Hello everyone, my name is Megan Klein and I just want to thank you for taking some time to watch my presentation about my research topic. My topic is basically going to be about online learning experiences, but specifically online learning experiences that have been designed for younger elementary aged students. Some of the general questions that have been guiding my process so far have been what types of online activities help younger students retain and apply new concepts the best, and do online activities encourage independent learning? As I've been doing my research, there's some trends that have started to emerge. I've been able to find quite a bit of information addressing online learning and online learning experiences, but they focus more on middle school age children, high school age children, undergrad, graduate students. The information that I can find about specific learning activities for elementary age students, it isn't there to the depth of the other articles compared to like the older students. So I feel like this is a good area to kind of focus in on and really study and see what works best with the younger students who don't necessarily have that intrinsic motivation already built in. They're still kind of developing that and learning that about themselves. So some of the things that I've really been kind of focusing on as I do my research are just as teachers develop online learning activities, what's guiding them, what are they using, how are they putting together lessons and resources for students to access. One article in particular that I've read about discusses the TPAC framework for putting together technology lessons, and this article specifically studied the technology that can be used in a social studies classroom. Another article that I've gained quite a bit of information from discussed how teachers can use technology in the classroom, not just as a means to deliver content, but having students use the technology to create their own knowledge and their own learning. Again, this article was specifically targeted for like middle school age students, so I'm kind of tailoring it down to elementary age students, but there's still best practice pieces that I'm finding in these articles that you can take and then put into a framework of working with younger students who are going to need more structure as they're working through these online learning activities. Another article that had been pretty helpful that I had been looking at specifically talks about a teacher who self-designs lessons and learning experiences for students, and the results that her study kind of had shown a lot of promise with student and improved student ability. And the question is raised, though, how to close the gap that's emerging between effective instruction with technology versus ineffective practices. There's quite a few programs out there for elementary age students that are kind of canned, and they're still kind of like drill and kill, but just in a online format, and that's kind of what I'm trying to move away from as well with my study, is that not having students exposed to those kind of learning activities, but really designing things that they have to use technology to create and think and problem solve. My specific research question that I really want to address is what types of online activities help those younger elementary students retain information and apply new concepts learned the best. I want to compare online activities and see if they're better at helping students retain new material. I also want to think about how can teachers use what they know about best practices when they are developing learning activities for students. The variables that I have
created using Powtoon.